Mark Todd is a Holyoke High School music teacher who's been helping kids hit the high notes for more than 3 decades. Todd was recently recognized for his work winning the Music Teacher Who Inspires Award. He teaches choir, madrigal, and bell choir, and he's also a coach of the Holyoke High's As Schools Match Wits team. Adding to an already busy schedule, each year he puts on quite a show, a musical production where this year one of the young actresses got to fly on stage. Carolee McGrath sat down with Todd to learn more about him and what drives him.
I came there 20 years ago. We started the Madrigal Singers there. They were called the Choral Ambassadors at that point. And then we had the concert choir, which was already in place. And then I started a bell group. So we had 2 octaves of carol on bells. So I decided, hey, let's put together an entire bell choir. And so we ended up with a 3rd octave, and now we have 18 ringers. They're very popular, especially during the holiday season.
So you get them out, you book them, right?
I do. I literally book them out. I mean, I just try to give them as many opportunities to get out into the public eye and be able to perform, because they love their music and they love what they're doing. They're very good at it. But they work really hard.
And I think that's really an incentive for kids, especially for performers. Yeah. I mean, my kids are into music. I was into music. And if you're not out in front of people, it's sort of like you do all this practicing. It's great to get them out there. Right. And I think it helps improve their confidence as well.
Right, absolutely. We just finished a concert with the Madrigal Singers at Providence Place on Sunday, and we're doing another one at the mall tonight for the Las Compañeras, the women's shelter in Holyoke, and we have several others coming up after this. But it's just, we try to accommodate as many organizations as we possibly can, and the kids love doing that. But it's certainly, everybody knows our kids. They can't walk into, pretty much can't walk into too many stores in the Holyoke area without people recognizing them and saying, "You were Ariel in the show. I just saw The Little Mermaid. I know you. You were, and they start talking to the kids and telling them how, how much they appreciated what they did and how wonderful they were. And my kids just become little celebrities throughout the community, and they love that. And we've had the opportunity to do now 19 shows.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So you just finished up The Little
Mermaid.
Mermaid.
Little Mermaid, yeah.
And you did something very cool during the show. Tell us about that.
We knew that we'd have to fly somebody in this show in order to make it work. And so when Ariel loses her fins and gains her legs to be on the surface, she has to swim out. And then to bring Scuttle in, because he's her resident bird, as I called him, and be able to fly them on stage was the audience was just blown away by that.
And what do you think the impact is on the arts, music in particular? What do you think it does for students in the classroom?
I think the one statement I think will clear that up very quickly. Over the years, I don't know if I could put a count on this, the amount of students who have stayed in school, continued their education, and gone on to further their education once leaving high school because they had an arts program, specifically this one, but there's several arts programs, but this one here has helped so many children for so many years gain extra knowledge by going on to finish school and get to professional degrees.
Do you think it's just because they're engaged and they found something that they like, and
it's all that. Yeah. It's all that. If we could hotwire them and just monitor their brain waves as they're in a rehearsal, and once they're leaving a rehearsal, it's going to be lit up like a Christmas tree. I mean, their brain is lit up everywhere because there's so much is required in order to do it right. And they're so turned on by the music, and when they finish a musical, they're like this. They're on cloud 9, but they don't want to stop. Can we do it this weekend? Can we do it next weekend? Can we keep going? We don't want to stop doing this. We love this. And so they end up getting something that they really enjoy doing, and they get to a level in their own consciousness that's so high, more than they can get anywhere else. No drug is going to do that.
Right.
The drug here is being engaged. It's being engaged, and understanding and knowing the arts is so powerful.
It is powerful. And I also should mention that you're also the coach for the team at the high school for As Schools Match Wits,
with Mr. Bouchard,
which is broadcast here on our station as well. So part of the qualification for the award is that you inspire students. So like when you walk in every day, are you thinking, I'm going to inspire this kid who wants to cut class? Is that, or is it just that you love music?
I love music. I always have. But it's deeper than that. You have to get into all the things that are going on in school. You have to be part of your school and know the spirit of the school and try and enhance that spirit of that school. I have had a duty that forever, and I love it. I don't care whether it's 20 degrees outside or it's 90 degrees outside. I'm at door 4, and I'm greeting kids coming in the door every single day because I want to make sure that I can get a smile on their face or something before they walk through the door and get into the building. So it's those little things that make a big difference. And when you get them into your classroom, it's the same thing. It's greeting them, it's being part of their life, and making sure that they know that people care about them and that they want their education to be the foremost thing that they do when they're in there, that they be focused on it. And our children have responded in a very positive way. Our afternoons at 3 o'clock when we end school, my room's filled with children. It's just filled. And they're all down. They've got rehearsal for this, rehearsal for that, rehearsal for this. But it's, and then it goes into the evening. I mean, it's a very long day. But the results are very, very, very heartening to what we get to see, but more so supportive to them, because they need to know that all that hard work is going to come to a fruition, and there'll be some place for it that they can really enjoy the accolades that they'll deserve at that point.
And of course, they have a great example for a guy who just won this great award.
I just get kind of excited about everything. I just love what I'm doing. I don't know if that's infectious, but I'm there all the time. I mentioned at the Boch ceremony last night, I said, there's a maximum amount of sick days that we can have over a certain amount of time. And I said, and then you max out. And I said, I've been maxed out for a long time. I said, it's at 250. And so I said, I'm always here. Even if I don't feel I'm coming in. I have to be there because I know that if I'm not there, then the kids are missing out. It's not about accolades. It really isn't. It's not about awards. It's not about any of that. My award to what I do in my life is not a plaque. It's not a banner. It's not anything. It's seeing their faces.
But at the very least, you should enjoy this one, right? Because I think you've inspired a lot of people.
I enjoy, and I was so respectful to them about thank you for doing this, and so respectful to my kids and all the members of the public and our community leaders who supported this, and they just wanted. But I was more happy about the fact that I could take those kids to Boston and they could see a show. For many of them, had never seen one. Had never seen a Broadway show, and to see it in a professional theater. That's huge. And that'll stay with them. They're all exhausted this morning, but they're all excited too at the same time, and they want to get to the next show. So I'm taking them all to New York on June 8th. I'm bringing them to see the Kinky Boots down there on June 8th. I'm also bringing them to Madison Square Garden. I'm also bringing them to Radio City so they can get tours of both of those facilities, educational tours.
Great.
So it's 47 kids involved in that we're bringing down there. So it's
congratulations to you. Job well done. Whether you want an award or not, fantastic. And thank you for doing all that you do.